Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Just as I said in the ESBR video with Nameku, I'm doing exactly what I said, which is I am taking him back into Red Zone, giving him another go. I'm not gonna lie, if I remember rightly, I only attempted a few times. I used a different team then, can't remember what team it was. Didn't go so well, knew how his guard would pan out because it's too unreliable, and kind of thought, yeah, probably best if we give up. I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna go back into it, see how he does here. This turn is not great. These two are sealed. He's locked. This is kind of a mess. This rotation is kind of a mess. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna pop a Whis just to be safe, because having SSBE in slot 1, because of course we're not on a 200% lead. We're on a 170 lead. Because of course the Nameku only has powerful comeback. And that team is quite limited, so I thought I wouldn't use that. And there's a few other units on that team that I also want to use in Red Zone once I'm done link leveling them. And of course you are going to super attack SSB straight away. Why wouldn't you do that, huh? Why wouldn't you? 361k damage. I mean, at least we're on track for Nameku getting his transformation off immediately as soon as turn 3 comes about, which is essentially exactly what we want. You know, we want to be at that 77% less HP threshold on the third turn so we can get that transformation as quick as possible. So not only does he get more in his passive, but more importantly, so we have that medium chance to guard, which yes, it's unreliable, yes, it's inconsistent, yes, it's not enough for Red Zone, but at least it's there for us if it does end up popping off, which is exactly what we want. And not only that, he can also start stacking, which is of course another thing exactly what we want to make him more defensively solid throughout this run. But yeah, that's not the best start, I'm not gonna lie. That's really not the best start. Okay, Nameku doesn't have his guard because of the HP. So you know what, while we have a Whis active, and while Nameku has more defense than Birdku, and we can try and get the revive off anyway, why not have Nameku in slot 1? We can also get the extra attacking defense up to 59% every time he's hit. Double digits, you know. Yes, there is a Whis active, but a Whis active against Red Zone Omega and taking double digits before he's even supered and raised all allies attacking defense by 30% is pretty impressive, and we've been supered. 256 is actually pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, he's actually tanked really well there, considering, you know, we're in Red Zone right now. He's actually tanked really well, on a 3.4 million crit. But even better is the way this turn has panned out. Not only did we see how he could tank, which again is he's actually tanked really well considering he's pre-transformation. But Birdku can stack up once, and then okay, maybe we're not gonna get the revival off. Maybe we're not gonna get the revival off. Are we gonna take? We only need to take 24k damage. Are you really telling me we're not gonna take that right now? If so, that puts me in a very picky predicament. Yeah, we're not gonna get the revival off. Okay, I mean, we got some health back. Have you just sealed or? Why are you like this? Why? You didn't need to do that. Oh, that's so annoying that Turles is locked in slot 1. Yeah, we'll do this, and then we can pick up these orbs here. We generally may die here, I'm not gonna lie. 70k is a lot. We hadn't super jet, but even so, that's still quite a bit. I mean, an additional super here would be great. Oh yeah, I forgot he can stun. Come on, Turles, what a guy. What a guy. Turles doing Turles type things. I mean, literally next turn, Nameku is going to transform, which is exactly what we want. It means we can start stacking up his defense relatively early, considering we're still on the Shadow Dragon phase. We still have a decent amount of health left on Shin for him to get a few stacks off. Hopefully some additionals pop off as well, so we can get a little bit of extra defense, a few extra stacks in here and there. And because our HP is at 77% or less, we're also going to get that additional 59% defense as well, on top of the 180 we get on attacking defense at the start of turn. So this ended up working out not too bad. I still want the revival off, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Nameku in slot 1. He has 170k defense. I'm going to put Nameku in slot 1. We could potentially get a stack off, but then he dies. Which I don't really mind. Oh yeah, he's still stunned. I'm trying so hard to get the revival off, and it's just not happening for us. I completely forgot he was still going to be stunned. I mean, at least he's going to get to stack an additional. No additional, but Birdku also gets to stack, which is exactly what we want. I completely forgot about the stun. I actually wanted to get the revival off there. But not meant to be. Not meant to be. It is not meant to be. Could be dead, right? No, he just survives an additional maybe? No additional. Okay, no one's locked, no one's sealed, anything like that. So of course the SSJ Force can go in slot 1. This helps actually quite a bit. Considering, of course, in turn 1 they were sealed, so they didn't get to stack up whatsoever. So at least they get to stack up an extra time before we go into the strength for Mega Phase where they have type disadvantage. So at least we get one extra stack in. So this helps us a little bit. Yeah, big 3.7 mil crit. A little bit overkill, but still. Okay, now is probably the time we're able to get the revive off, unless Nameku decides to guard. I'm gonna pop him in slot 1 again. He's almost at 300k defense, which is not bad for a Megas phase. But if he's guarding, he's gonna tank really well. But I never thought I'd say this. This is the one time I don't really want him to guard. I mean, I want to see how he tanks, but I also don't want to guard. I want to die this rotation so we can get the revive off. He's actually guarding. He's guarding. How much are you going to tank this for? 249. Do you know what? Considering he doesn't even have 300k defense yet, 249 with guard is okay. He's barely stacked, so that's actually okay. Big 3.9 mil crit. We also still have the potential to die this time. Not only has Nameku guarded really well and also tanked really well with the guard, considering he doesn't have that much defense, but we've also got a stack off with him, a stack off with Birdku, and we're probably going to get the revive. Yeah, there we go. And now Birdku's guarding at all times, which is exactly what we want. I'm not gonna lie, I cannot remember what team I was using before. And as I said, if I remember rightly, in all honesty, I only attempted a few red zone attempts with Nameku. And as I said, because of his medium chance to guard, I was like, yeah, no. Like, he is just not reliable enough for red zone. So I was like, yeah, do you know what? I may eventually do a video on him in red zone, but he's just not, you can't rely on him, which means he's a liability the majority of the time if that guard doesn't come off. 30% chance just isn't enough. So I kind of gave up on him, and maybe I shouldn't have gave up on him because he's actually doing really well right now. I don't want to transform these two yet, but it's a sensible thing to do, so I'm going to do it. We don't actually have that much defense whatsoever. You know what, just to be safe, considering a Mega doesn't super until he KOs you in the final phase, I'll do this to be safe. Type advantage on you. We can get one Rainbow Key Sphere, and then SSB is just about going to get super off, so that's not bad this turn. LRSSJ4 can also counter if he decides to super, that's also a possibility. Now he should be tanking incredibly well because he's going to massively raise attack and defense on his 18 key. An additional heal would also be very nice. Big crit though. Yeah, he's tanking nothing now. Then we got Gogeta is of course going to disable one of the enemy actions, which means one less attack to deal with. Could be a super that we're getting rid of if he is deciding to super us this turn. Could be not. Big crit as well. We don't have to worry about 2 attacks. Yep, cool, taking no damage. And then SSB hopefully he can pop off with all his additional supers, but won't be doing too much damage considering he's not really linked with anyone. But still, type of arted super attacks I'm here for. They do some extra damage. And one thing I didn't even consider is, of course, his rage. Nameku's rage. Of course, which can pop off when we have 50% less or HP starting from the 5th turn. If we can get his rage active, which, yeah, by the way, when he's transformed, he has all level 10 links. There's one link prior to him transforming that's not level 10 yet. So level 10 link video pending. But he's full level 10 link right now. If we can activate his rage when Omega's about to super us with the KO super, we can completely avoid that, like, altogether. So that is also another thing I did not even consider, that we could counter Omega's KO super with his rage mode. We still have the Whis active, so we're not going to take any damage on probably anyone this rotation. Nameku potentially may guard, but he's also going to stack with like 300k defense and a Whis. He could also be guarding, which means we're definitely not taking anything on him. Birdku's got guaranteed guard, stacked up defense, the extra defense from taking the hit. Yeah, that's fine. This is literally not going to do anything. Yeah, 6k, and then Turles, of course, has type advantage. And of course, we're getting that support as well on the attack. No defense, because we're facing an extreme class enemy. So an extra 7.3 mil, the 4.6 mil crit, which is very nice. He's actually guarding again. He's actually guarding again. Damn. I love the way I basically said he has loads of shortcomings in the ESBR video, and now Nameku's turning up now. Nameku is turning up right now. Do I use the active? No, I'm not going to use the active. Are we going to get the Dokkan attack this turn? Or can I avoid it? I can just about avoid it. Surely the two SSJ4s can do enough damage, especially with SSJ4 Goku's type advantage, where I can actually beat a Mega Strength phase this turn. I mean, he's done quite a lot of damage. No crit, though. No crit, though. Kind of a shame about SSB not getting the orbs to be able to super, but I mean, he's got additionals and he's rainbowed, so I mean, any additional supers are welcome. There's the additional from Gogeta. If he crits, I'm pretty sure a Mega is dead and we go into the final phase. Even then, surely a Mega only has a... Okay, he got the crit anyway. I was going to say, surely he has, like, a finite amount of health, which means SSB can just, like, one-tap him and he's dead. Okay, so we got the Rage mode, which we're not going to use just yet. How's everyone's defense looking? Nameku's up to 404k defense, which is actually pretty good, which means he'll tank basics really well. I'm gonna pop his active just to get some extra damage off. That means disabled attack in slot 1, which means we're only taking one of them. Nameku's gonna get the Dokkan attack. Nameku also has 400k defense, as I said, which means he should be tanking. Even if he doesn't have guard active, he should be tanking in the basics for, like, not a lot. Oh, okay, that was a whole lot. He's definitely not guarding either. Okay, now I'm worried. Now I am worried, but we don't even have a we don't have another Whis, so either way this was gonna hurt. Okay, now I'm really worried. Like, really worried. I know we don't have to worry about a super right now, but now I'm worried. Because Nameku is gonna stack, but he's only gonna stack by 30%. Big crit though. Okay, 56k, that's not bad. This is what I mean about how inconsistent his guard is. 404k defense with no guard isn't enough for basics against a Mega. Like, it's just not enough. He even has the additional 59% defense when our HP is 77% or less. Even with that, it's just not enough without the guard. Damn. I'm not gonna lie, I thought you would tank a little bit better than that, even without the guard. But this is what I mean. This is where the inconsistency comes in with guard, and we're dead. We're dead. I'm not gonna lie, I do think it's doable with him. Like, this is another reason why I kind of didn't do a red zone video on him, or like upload one of the ones I already did, is because I didn't beat it, and I know Omega is beatable with him. But I think that just kind of shows how inconsistent his guard is and how much of a liability he can be without it. 404k defense. He has the extra defense in his passive. He has no guard. Even if we put him in slot 2, I mean, SSB would have taken too much damage. And because of what happened earlier in the run, we had to use Whis. SSB still would have taken too much damage before that. But his guard is just too inconsistent. I mean, taking 100k before he supered is kind of ridiculous there. And then not only that, 50k on basics afterwards. Like, it's just, as I said, it's just too inconsistent, and he can easily become a liability. As I said, even if we had Berku in slot 1, we still would have died there. Like, we still would have died there because of how much damage SSB would have taken, which is not Nameku's fault, but Nameku still would have taken too much damage. But I think I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna call that one. That's gonna be the run for him, because that just kind of shows how well he can do when his guard was active, and how, you know, how inconsistent he can be without it, and how he can easily become just not viable for red zone in literally a switch of a hat like that. Yeah, apologies for this one being a little late. I mean, because of this is kind of why I kind of gave up on him, but it just kind of sums him up perfectly. But do let me think down in the comments. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.